Guys, I just wanted to do a quick video for you going over Essay 2 and the directions for this assignment. Alright, so you're going to have two choices. You will either write a narrative essay or a definitive essay. If you choose to write a narrative essay, then you're going to use description as a supporting strategy. So what that means is, as I'm grading your essay, as far as content, I'm looking for a couple of things. First of all, I'm looking for the fact that your essay is a narrative. You're telling a story. And also, as part of the content grade, I'm looking for your ability to use description. So as you read the notes on description and narration and watch the video, just remember that those elements, sensory details, vivid language, that needs to be part of your essay in order to get the full content grade. If you write a definitive essay, the same thing applies. You will write a definition of a word. You're going to offer your personal definition and use examples as a supporting strategy. So that's what I'm looking for as far as content. And I also am asking you for this essay to choose from the 6 topic choices that I'm giving you. In the future, I'm going to give you more flexibility. But for this essay, it's a little easier for me just to give you these choices and you can run with it. If you're not sure about a topic choice, just shoot me an email. Topic choice is really, really important, particularly with the narrative essay, that you choose a story that you can tell within the constraints of the essay. The paper should be typed and correctly formatted according to MLA standards, and I'm going to go over that in just a second. 400 to 500 words. Please do include a word count at the end of your essay. So after you get, you're done with your conclusion paragraph, just space down a couple of spaces and just include your word count. And that is part of your grade if you go over the word count. Now, again, if you're over by just like 10 or 15 words, that's not a huge deal. But if you are 30, 40, 50 words over, then you will start losing points. And under, although most of you probably won't have a hard time getting to 400 words, that's not much content at all, so you shouldn't have a problem with that. Some other notes, just some final reminders. You may use first person in this essay. In fact, you should be using first person. You're either telling a first person narrative or you're offering a personal definition. So those pronouns I, me should show up. However, do avoid any use of second person, which is using the pronouns you or your. And the reason behind that, it's just not appropriate for academic writing unless you're directly addressing your audience, such as a letter, or we do have one essay later in the session where you will use second person, but not this one. And just some final reminders, and these are just the over time, probably the most common mistakes that students make. If you choose to write a narrative essay, remember you are telling a story in real time. Sometimes students like, every year for Christmas we go to my grandma's house and every year we do this. Well, that's not a narrative. That's a collection of memories. A narrative is one event that you are telling about. So just remember that. And for a definitive essay, remember this is your personal definition. Don't quote the dictionary or anything like that. So your definition of a hero, your definition of a good friend, and then use examples from your life. So you can talk about your friends or your family members. You can give them names, use their names, and give real life examples. So hopefully that's pretty clear. And one final thing, I don't have this in the assignment, but there should be no research in any of your essays in this class. So you shouldn't have any quotations whatsoever because we're not there. We're not doing a works cited page. All right, as far as the formatting, I've included an example, and this is what MLA format is for an essay without a title page. So you put your name at the top and then my name, the class. Now you guys are section 7, so it would be 1310-07. Then the date of submission, so that's the day it's due, the day you submit it. Your header is your last name and then a Roman numeral 1, and that should be a 1/2 inch margin. Everything else is 1 inches. Your title, You capitalize important words in the title. Don't format it in any other weird way. Don't bold it or underline it or italicize it. Just capitalize the significant words. Your paragraph should be have a 1/2 inch indent, which if you just hit the tab key, that's usually set at a 1/2 inch. Don't try and hit the space bar 5 times. That's not a 1/2 inch indent. And the main thing that students struggle with, this stuff, most people can get right, get it in the right order. For some reason, people have a hard time with spacing in Microsoft Word. So just make sure your entire document should be double spaced, no extra spaces between paragraphs. So the best way to make sure of that, I'm going to show you right here, is to highlight the entire document. All right, so Control A, and then go to Format Paragraph. All right, and make sure that your line spacing is at double, and the before and after right here should be down to 0. Okay, so make sure that's set at 0. And also, something you have to do in Word, and this is really annoying, is Word automatically adds space between your paragraphs. So you have to go in and make sure this box here is checked so that Word doesn't do that, because you don't want any extra spacing. It should be consistently double spaced throughout. Another thing to check under line and page breaks is that, and I actually don't have this checked here, you want to take off your widow and orphan control, and I'm not going to spend a long time explaining this, but essentially you just want to make sure that's unchecked. Otherwise, sometimes you'll get extra space at the bottom of the page because Word wants to keep it doesn't want to leave one line of a paragraph at the bottom of a page. So just make sure that's unchecked. And then click OK, and you should be fine. Now, I uploaded this as a Word document, this sample essay without title page, so you could actually download this document and kind of use it as a template. Now, sometimes when you download a document, some of the original Word preset things will come back up, so you might still have to finagle with it a little bit, but at least this gives you an idea of the order that the information should be in, and I hope that's helpful to you. So if you have any questions about this essay, shoot me an email and we'll go forward from there.